Hello, Team Resilience. So I told you guys, if you didn't get a chance to watch my video from yesterday, I told you guys that throughout August and September, I'm going to be showing up in here and I'm going to be offering and doing some big business training with those of you who are ready to jump in and give your Young Living business a boost for the fall and the winter. So what that means is those of you who kind of like jump on this now are typically going to see more results based on the time that you put into this. So I'm trying to kind of teach people these small principles of putting in 20 to 40 minutes a day into your business, into training, into brainstorming, into setting goals, into doing these different things that are going to help you in the long run build your business. So if you have not had a chance to watch the first video, it's our intro video, you can go ahead and go back to yesterday and do that. So if you are going to be coming in late on these trainings, they're going to be put on our Whole Total Health YouTube channel, which is our larger public educational group. And you can go through these trainings one by one on there. Okay, so today we are going to go through learning the lingo, okay? So I want to reiterate what I said in the first video, which is throughout this training, we are going to stretch you to grow, right? Think about stretching with exercises. What does that help you to do? It helps you to warm up. It helps you to get comfortable. It helps you to do your exercises without hurting yourself. And it also helps you to do it without noticing like a huge change in your body, in your lifestyle, stuff like that. So we're kind of taking this approach as like kind of like warming up, getting used to doing this daily so that eventually you can see really good results, okay? The entire point of this training is going to be to challenge you without overwhelming you, okay? So network marketing is what Young Living is, right? So network marketing is basically sharing with your friends and family, and then that ends up spreading to their friends and family. So say you share with a brother or a sister-in-law, then you start sharing with your sister-in-law's family and their friends, and then their family and friends. And so network marketing is this way that we kind of like expand our reach into many, many different people's networks. That's kind of like the easy way of explaining network marketing. Have you heard of these different terms before? Upline, downline, what's your OGV? Like there's all sorts of different lingo that people need to learn if they are going to be doing network marketing. I want to share the most basic, simplest list of terms that you're going to see in Young Living. Before I do that, I want to show you another amazing thing about Grow Workspace, which we talked about in yesterday's training video. I highly recommend you get the Grow Workspace membership. If you do not, that's okay. It's just going to potentially take you a lot longer to take all these notes and stuff like that. Whereas if you have a Grow Workspace account, you can literally just print this off. So they give you these two resources. They give you the lingo. Young Living Lingo is a full PDF and it has all this different lingo. And then they give you these little cards. So let's say you were doing your own business training, then you can print off either of these resources and use them for your team as you expand. Okay, so you technically don't have to have the membership. I can send you this resource, but the thing is eventually as you really get going, as you really start getting warmed up to the business opportunity, you're going to want to have these resources, and paying that $14.95 a month is going to give you so many different amazing resources. This is what we're going through, this business training. I had shared this yesterday in the video, and I won't do this every video, but just again, until we really kind of like get warmed up to this idea of what we're doing. And this is the business training. It's 49 different topics that you kind of go through and you learn. And today we are on the lingo one. Again, if you have this membership, you can print this resource off. I am willing to send this to you. If you would like to take a look at all the different stuff that we're going to be going over, what I'm doing is I'm kind of checking them off as I go through them. Also, if you have the Grow Workspace membership, you can go through the business training in there and it will let you mark each thing as complete as you go through it. Okay, so YL or YLEO stands for Young Living, or Young Living Essential Oils is YLEO. So you might see that. Now you know what that is. Another one is PSK, which stands for our Premium Starter Kit. That is the kit that starts somebody with a Young Living membership. That allows you to have a $50 bonus. Whoever the person that enrolls the new member with a PSK, Premium Starter Kit, you get a $50 commissions check. That's just the beginning of how you earn an income with Young Living. There are a few different Premium Starter Kit options. The Essential Oil Premium Starter Kit, which is 11 essential oils plus a bunch of samples, a bunch of really good information. Then we have the Ningxia Starter Kit, which is our Ningxia Red, really high antioxidant drink, super nutritious for the whole family. Then we have our Thief Starter Kit, which is probably one of our best deals right now because it was $160 and now it's $125. Thieves is going to be a big hit. I know that my family is really stocking up and storing up on those things right now. So there's that option. And then we have the Basic Starter Kit. It's $35. The benefit of this membership, the basic kit, is it allows people to get a Young Living account, wholesale account, and not have to pay retail for a very minimal fee. And they also get to add on whatever additional products they want at wholesale costs. So that is the benefit of doing the basic starter kit. So say I have a member who just had a new baby and they're like, well, I don't really want to start with the, overall essential oil starter kit. Then they can start with the basic starter kit. And then they can add on, say, the baby wash, the gentle baby oil, the calm essential oil, and the owl diffuser. Okay, so that is the advantage of doing the basic starter kit because there really is an unlimited amount of ways that you can kind of put your own kit together by doing that basic kit. So that is a really good advantage for all of us when we're building our Young Living business to have that information because you can actually handcraft a kit for your new members. Another term that we use a lot or that you will see a lot is VO, and that is going to stand for virtual office. Your virtual office is going to become your best friend. It's your personal back office with Young Living and it's online. So when you get your membership, you are going to sign up and you get a member number. You can use a username to sign in and then you have a password. Once you sign in with that, you're gonna have your back office. So it's basically your Young Living account online, but what it has once you get in there is tons and tons of different resources for you to learn about doing a business with Young Living. If you have not had a chance to go into your virtual office and look under member resources, there are lots and lots of different things that you should look through. That's really going to give you a great advantage of growing a business with Young Living when you know this information before people ask, because it makes you look knowledgeable. It helps people feel comfortable with signing up with you when you know all this information. So again, VO stands for virtual office. The next term that we're gonna talk about is upline. Okay, so you've heard the term maybe upline or downline. Young Living members that are directly above you is your upline. Okay, so what I wanna explain about this is your downline is not my favorite term. A lot of people in network marketing, they don't love downline because it has kind of a, I don't know, like it might have like a weird connotation to it for some people, okay? Basically all a downline is members who are under you in your organization. So all that means is people who have signed up after you. There's no limit to what you can do as a business member with Young Living. I could sign you up and you could actually go further in the business rank-wise than I am, even though you're in my downline. I don't want you to think that that limits you at all with building a business with Young Living. It simply is the way that Young Living allows us to organize our family tree. I, with Young Living in the last 5 years, have probably signed up 30 to 40 people. So basically all those people are in my downline. And then they've signed up all their members who are in their family trees. And then we're kind of like this big happy family. That's how that works. And it's so that we can organize our downlines. Again, it's almost like lineage. I don't really go into it super in depthly, but it is something people need to know and probably best to hear it from you or from this training when they go through it. So then you have Crossline, which is Young Living members that are neither above you or below you. They're basically on the larger Young Living team in some way, shape, or form. So you may have a brother or sister or pastor or somebody, friend that you know, and they're on a completely different Young Living team. That's a Crossline. Another example would be if I signed up my mom and then I signed up my best friend and I put them in different legs, which you will learn about legs in the future, then those people are Crossline, right? So my best friend and my mom, they're not in the same line or lineage. Legs is what we call them. And so those two people would be Crossline because they don't necessarily benefit off of each other commission-wise. The next one is PV. You're going to hear the term PV, and that is going to stand for personal volume or product value. So PV is a little bit different than dollar amount on certain products. Okay, so say we have frankincense essential oil. When you reorder it, if it's 29 PV, it also is $29. But then we have things like blender bottles or our protein shakes and stuff like that, the shaker bottles, and those have 0 PV. I'm still paying for them, but I do not get any product value on them. So the thing with that is there's something that is 0 PV, you're not paid on it. Our commissions are calculated by PV. Young Living isn't making a lot of money on those blender bottles, kind of like an extra fun thing that Young Living throws in there for us, so they're not going to pay us commission on those. You'll learn more and more about PV as we go along, and it is actually very important when it comes to essential reward, things like that. Next, we're gonna go over OGV, which is going to be your overall group volume. Your order is your PV, and then the OGV, the overall group volume, is going to include all of the other people's PV from your organization. So anybody you've signed up, anybody who they've signed up, any person in your organization is going to go for your OGV, which is your overall group volume. Next, we have PGV. PGV is personal group volume, and that is not as relevant until you hit the rank of silver or above. I do think it's worth mentioning in this video. PGV is the product value that is outside of your qualifying legs that you need when hitting rank, which means when you are to hit silver, it is going to be the product value outside of what you need in those qualifying legs. So I want to show you an example of this. So here is silver. You need 10,000 OGV to hit silver. You need 2 legs at 4,000 each. So this person, Emily, who has all these people under her, they have to have 4,000 OGV. And this person over here has to have 4,000 OGV. Whatever is outside of those 2 qualifying legs is your PGV. So what that means is at silver, you have to have an overall volume, OGV volume of 10,000. 4 and 4 come from 2 different legs, so that gives you 8,000. So the other amount has to come from yourself or other people. It cannot be like 6,000 in one leg and 4,000 in another. It can be 5,000 in a leg, 4,000 in another leg, and 1,000, which is that PGV, that extra PV that you need for that next big rank. Next up, ER, which stands for Essential Rewards. Many of you are already on Essential Rewards who are doing business training, because in order to build a business with Young Living, you have to be doing a 100 PV order every single month if you want to get the most commissions that you are eligible for. And so we recommend you automatically get on ER, Essential Rewards, because you earn money back, you earn free products. It's a no-brainer for people who are building a business. It's basically a special ordering program that has lots of extra perks, and so we highly recommend that. Some other terms that you're gonna see is about to go inactive. What that means is, say you sign up a member, they get their starter kit, they may order for a month or 2 on Essential Rewards, which is what we recommend, is to get people into the lifestyle, ordering their home needs on Essential Rewards. But say they do not order, and all of a sudden 11 months go by, they will go inactive after 12 months of not ordering. So somebody who is about to go inactive will go inactive after not ordering that 12th month. So what we recommend is that you can send an email to Young Living and they will send you a report every single month. Actually, sometimes I think you get it every other month. but you're gonna get a report sent to your email that shows you what members of yours are about to go inactive in your organization. So you definitely wanna keep that on your radar as you are growing a larger team, because these people who are about to go inactive, it's a great idea to kind of like reconnect with them, kind of see what they've missed, what education they need. Obviously, you really want to connect with your people with those, within those first 2 or 3 months of ordering with Young Living, really get them connected to education, classes, opportunities. But there are times that people fall through the cracks, and so they will end up going inactive. And so what you need to do with that is just to try to do your best to stay connected with them. OOS stands for out of stock. We have lots and lots of items that go in and out of stock all the time based on the customers that we have, the seasons that we have, the availability. And so just know that items are constantly going in and out of stock. There is an app called Oily Tools that's $7 a month that you can purchase, and it will tell you when items go in and out of stock if you want those updates continuously. So it's a very inexpensive amount of money to put into your business monthly to keep you up to date with all that Young Living has to offer as far as their stock goes. Another way to find out this information is you can type in on Google, Young Living out of stock list, click on the first Young Living link, and they will pull up a report. They update that every week or two to let people know what is in and out of stock. So you don't have to have the app. You can continuously search that if members are asking you, hey, is this certain item out of stock? When will it be back in stock? Sometimes they give a date of when they are expecting that back in stock, and so you can kind of keep up to date and knowledgeable on those topics as well. Other than that, we have an enroller. That is the person who gets you started with Young Living. I say the enroller is the educator. So whoever enrolled you with Young Living, you're watching this video because you are probably already enrolled with Young Living. Whoever enrolled you with Young Living is your enroller, and they are your educator. The enroller is the person who gets that startup bonus, and that is $50. It's $25 for the 100 PV. You get 25% of that 100 PV, which is the value of that starter kit, and then you get a $25 added bonus it's a fast start bonus for starting somebody with Young Living. So overall, you're getting $50 if they only order the starter kit and it's 100 PV. If somebody orders an additional $100 with that first startup order, you're going to get an additional 25%, which would be $25 on that other $100. So I've had where I've gotten $75 or $100 on an order from an initial member. So that does happen. But overall, you will get $50 when you start people with that 100 PV order. What you're getting paid for as the enroller is to be their educator, to keep them connected, to offer them classes, to teach them what you know, to connect them to the overall team, those types of things. Another term that you're going to see is a sponsor. This is going to be the person who is directly above the person who you just signed up. That is their sponsor. Say I signed up my mother and then I signed up my sister. Then when I sign up my sister, I may put her directly under my mother, so then my mother would be her sponsor. Say you are doing a class at a friend's house and they have a friend that signs up. Well, your friend that you signed up may not be doing the business yet, and so you would be the enroller, but you would put that new friend of theirs under them. So that friend, that mutual friend, would be the sponsor. You may have to rewind this and rewatch what I just said there, that scenario. I do recommend that you always keep people organized as best as you can when building your organization. So say I do a class at a place that I used to work at, I would try to find somebody there that I could place other people under. So I would try to find somebody who I might think would be willing to be kind of like my contact or my communication person. That person would be the sponsor for that entire office, if that makes sense. Okay, in closing, I wanted to let you guys know that if you are interested in having these terms sent to you, we can send you a file like this. And you can also just take really good notes and write down all these terms as well. But if you're somebody who likes to have it nicely organized in a folder or binder, this is an option. The other thing is remember, if you become a Grow Workspace member, you're going to have access to all of these documents yourself for $14.95 a month. And you can use them at will whenever you need them with your team, with other people, which I believe that it's going to really increase your growth speed by having all of these resources at your fingertips whenever you need them instead of depending on other people for them. So if you're really serious about growing your Young Living business in these next 90 days, as you're doing this training, then I would highly recommend getting a hold of these resources, passing them along to as many people as you can, joining forces with other people, talking about ways to grow your business, things that you can do to keep you motivated and keep you going as far as educating people and bringing new people in. So I hope this information has been helpful for you. Stay tuned as we continue our next day of education, which our next topic that we will be talking about is going to be discovering your why. So I will see you guys back and we will talk more about why you're doing this business and kind of what you hope to see happen because of it. Thanks guys. Have a great night.